Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I finally got around ordering the Nabla eyeshadow in Virgin Island. So it's this one right here. This is the one that Emily let me try out when she came around. We did that collaboration. I used it on my eyes then. And when I used it a very kind of neutral brown tone to have this a pop of colour. Whereas today I fancy just doing quite a colourful look. I think I'm going to stick with like the blues, greens and add some purple in there as well. That's my feeling for today. So something quite fun, quite vibrant, but yeah, I thought it would be a lot of fun. I'm really excited that I've got this eyeshadow because it was such a beautiful eyeshadow as well. Just absolutely stunning. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing the look I create, then please keep on watching.
Okay, so I'm starting off the Holo eye primer to prep and prime my eyes ready for the eyeshadow. I'm using Neve Cosmetics eyeshadows today. I managed to pop out my eyeshadows from the palette, so there's single eyeshadows now. So I'm taking this shade first, which is kind of very light blue. I don't know the name, I can't pronounce the name of it, so I have to leave it linked down below. But I'm basically using it on my iconic fluffy brush, just to really buff it into the crease and kind of wing it out. And this is going to act as my transition shade for today's makeup look. I'm then going the shade Nightlife from Neve Cosmetics, more of a blue colour, and I'm popping this on a slightly smaller brush and kind of really focusing this into the crease portion, going back and forth, doing windshield wiper motions as well, and kind of really blending into the other blue colour. And then going back in with the fluffy brush just to make sure those two shades blend nicely together. And then I'm going to go and shade Velvet from Neve Cosmetics, much more of a purple shade, on the same brush but blending it a bit slightly more into the crease and also onto the outer portion of the lid as well. I know I said at the beginning I was going to add some greens in here as well, but I decided in the end to keep it more blues and purples to kind of match that Nabla eyeshadow. I just thought it worked much better, so I'm kind of blending this onto the outer portion of my lid, and like I said, blending it into the crease as well. And I do get a little bit of fallout with these eyeshadows, so I'm just taking my face halo just to kind of clean that away. And also I wanted to sharpen up the outer portions of the eye look as well. Then I'm just popping a little bit of the Holo eye primer down onto the inner portion of the lids, and then I'm going the shade the Nabla eyeshadow in the shade Virgin Island and popping this right on top just to kind of really make the inner portion of the lids pop. And it's such a beautiful shade, just how I remember it when I got to try it out with Emily. Absolutely stunning, and like I said, I'm definitely going to be trying out more of these Nabla eyeshadows for sure. I'm taking Velvet first and run this along the lower lash line, and then I do go ahead and mix a little bit of Nightlife into there as well, just to blend that all together. Then on my small Kiko pencil brush, I'm taking the first shade we used that I actually can't pronounce, and putting this right onto the outer portion of the the lower lash line, sorry. I'm blending out with the shade Velvet just to make sure it all blends nicely together. Then taking that Nabla eyeshadow right onto the inner corner and the inner lower lash line of my eyes. Then I'm taking the Holo Illuminator in Rose to use as a brow bone highlight for today's look. Then I'm taking the Berry holographic eyeshadow in Asteroid, I believe it's called, and I'm popping this right onto the inner portion of my eyes. And I take a really small detail brush and blend it into the rest of the eye look. I think this looks really pretty with the Nabla eyeshadow. And then I'm just giving my upper and lower lashes a good couple of coats of the Kiko Extra Sculpt Volumizing Mascara as always. Moving on to the skin portion, I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter and popping this all over my skin. And then I'm going to take a brush and buff this in. I'm not going to go with foundation today, so this is going to act as kind of my base makeup for today's look. Obviously I'm going to go with some concealer in a second, but this is going to act as my base for the look. So the concealer I'm going to use is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I'll pop this under my eyes and any blemishes and redness I have. Obviously I don't bring it quite as high up because I've got the eyeshadow going underneath, so I'm very cautious of that. And yeah, like I said, pop any redness and blemishes I have. And then I'm going with my Real Techniques concealer brush just to make sure it's blended in. I'm being very careful of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go with my Gosh Prime and Set Primer Mattifying Setting Powder just to set the concealer in place and also my T-zone area. And then I'm going to move on to the brows. So I'm taking the Barry M Take a Brow Gel just to kind of set my brows in place and create a shape. And then I'm going with my Lily Lolo Eyebrow Duo in the shade Dark as always, just to kind of fill and shape my brows as well. So I'm going to warm up my skin using the Lily Lolo Miami Beach bronzer because I felt like a really bronzed skin would work perfectly well with this makeup look. And then I'm going to dip into the Nip and Fab blush palette, taking some more kind of coral or peachy neutral tone and popping this onto my cheekbones and blending into my contour areas. And then going back in with the Lily Lolo Rose Illuminator to highlight my usual areas. So tops of cheekbones, just above the brow, down the bridge of my nose, and also my Cupid's bow as always. And then finally is lips. So I go back in with the brush I used to kind of buff in the Charlotte Hollywood Glow Flawless Filter, just to kind of blank out the lips. And then I'm going with Lily Lolo Peachy Keen Lip Gloss. I've been doing this a lot recently with these lip glosses where I kind of blank out my lips either with the brush I use for concealer or foundation or whatever it is. And then I find the true colour of the lip gloss shines through and I think it looks really, really pretty.
So this is the makeup look complete. I know I said I wanted to add some greens in there, but actually I decided to keep it kind of blue and purple themed. And I really love how it turned out. I still absolutely love this eyeshadow, and thank you to Emily for letting me use it that day and letting me try it out. I'm definitely going to go ahead and pick up some more of these eyeshadows for sure. I saw on Instagram that Nabla have just put out some new, like an autumn matte collection of single eyeshadows. So I definitely think I'm going to check that out and stuff like that. And maybe I'll have a look at some of the other products as well that aren't eyeshadows, just to have a little play around and see. But I absolutely love this makeup look. I love the colours of it, and yeah. And I think this Barry M Holo topper worked perfectly with this eyeshadow as well. I saw these lying around in my drawer and realised I needed to use them again, because I only used them in that one video, but they're quite tricky to kind of incorporate into looks because they're not the most wearable. But for stuff like this, it's a lot of fun, and for festival looks, these are also a lot of fun. But I'm definitely going to, like I said, pick up some of these eyeshadows. I think they're really great, and I just love how this look has turned out, and it's something really, really fun, and yeah, I'm very, very pleased with how it turned out. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Leave any requests down below, and I'll see you in my next video.